Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between rolling hills, there lived a humble merchant named Harold. Harold owned a faithful donkey named Benny, who accompanied him on his daily trips to the nearby market. Benny was no ordinary donkey. He possessed an unusual curiosity for all things around him. Every morning, Harold would load sacks of various goods onto Benny's back, and together they would start their journey across the winding paths that led to the bustling marketplace. One particularly sunny morning, Harold decided to transport sacks of salt to the market. As usual, he loaded Benny with the heavy sacks, and the duo set off on their journey. The road to the market crossed over a gentle, meandering river that had a shallow ford. On this day, the river flowed a bit stronger than usual, but nothing seemed amiss to Harold and Benny. As they forded the river, Benny, feeling playful, slipped slightly in the water, and one of the sacks shifted. As the water started to soak into the sack, Benny noticed that his burden felt significantly lighter with each splash. The curious donkey gazed back to see the salt dissolving gradually into the river. Benny, swiftly using his newfound knowledge, started slipping intentionally, allowing more water to splash onto the sacks until all the salt had washed away. Delighted by the lightened load, Benny trotted energetically for the rest of the journey. Harold, however, was surprised and perplexed at the market when he found the sacks empty and wet, realizing what must have happened. The next day, determined to learn from the mishap, Harold decided to transport wool instead. Once again, he loaded Benny with the bags, and they retraced the path to the market. Upon reaching the river, Benny attempted his usual trick, expecting the load to lessen. He slipped and let the river splash onto sacks, hopeful for relief. However, much to Benny's horror, the wool absorbed water, greatly increasing the weight of his load. Struggling under the heavy burden, Benny trudged along the remaining path, his ears drooping with disappointment. From that day on, Benny learned the importance of not always seeking shortcuts, understanding that cleverness can sometimes backfire. And Harold learned a valuable lesson in vigilance and preparation. Together, they continue their journeys, wiser from their shared adventure by the river.